Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome, my friends. This is the Divine Phoenix Rising Tarot, and hey, I'm Zachary. Thank you guys for joining me here, and welcome to my table. So, friends, I was called to do a collective reading here, so this is why I'm here. Hello. There were a couple things that were floating through my mind as I was going throughout my day today, and like I said, I felt called to sit down and do this reading, so here we are. The line, "Who do you think you are?" was really standing out to me today. And sitting down and meditating with this as well, what came through was dripping in excess, actually. And I'm kind of vacillating between the meanings on both of these. Who do you think you are? Like, who do you even think you are? Kind of this sense of like jealousy almost coming from somebody towards you or you towards somebody else. Somebody experiencing or having something that you also deserve yourself. Maybe they are dripping in excess and there is a feeling of jealousy, or maybe you're in that position too. You're wondering what it feels like to have excess. What does that mean to live life that way? I also got the feeling like with who do you think you are, like this self-inquisitive motion, really truly trying to figure out, who are you? I did pull a few cards here in the Wild Unknown archetype deck to get a little bit of direction here. You guys, the Sustainer, the Heart, and the Empty Room are what came through. So the Sustainer here talks about, I feel like it's this like humdrum life. I'm getting kind of a feeling of maybe you are somebody who is a provider or a sustainer. You have children or family, those that are dependent on you, that you are in charge of taking care of. And there's this feeling that's starting to come up of almost like resentment. There must be more than this provincial life. That's what comes through from Beauty and the Beast. I'm seeing like Belle walking through the city or the town. You guys are wanting something more. Something is just feeling like this ain't it. The heart here is, well, it's the heart. It's our heart. This card in the book, it talks about this being the most powerful or important throne here in the galaxy. So as I'm reading through this, what's starting to come through is like this idea of galactic royalty, you guys. I don't know who this message is for. It kind of feels like somebody has been calling out, asking for this answer, like, who am I? Something feels like it's not quite right here. I'm trying to participate in this life, this game, in the ways that everybody's telling me I'm supposed to, or life is even saying I'm supposed to, and something is just not quite fitting correctly. There's something about taking this galactic throne that's coming through. So with the Empty Room, this I feel like this is the energy that's like the difference between what it is that you're experiencing right now that may be keeping you from accessing the throne room. I'm getting kind of a visual of like a dummy room, like a trap room in Egypt, like where they would have maybe somebody buried where there's all that treasure, and there's a room that somebody would access before that's meant to be set up as like a distraction or a dummy situation that has traps and that sort of thing. That's what this empty room feels like. Like I said, whoever this message is for, whoever your galactic royalty is, what's coming through, you guys. Being here in this life, it's almost like, what is that movie? Pan's Labyrinth. The main character there, she, not to ruin it, I mean, it's bound forever, but she goes through this really rough life, and she ends up dying. And in the end, she goes back to take her throne. Whether this is in reality or is a dream, whatever's going on, as far as the story unfolding, she was experiencing this life, and turns out she was actually like a princess, this royalty, a part of this royal family in nature. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting with this message, and I'm really interested to get into this, you guys. I haven't done a collective reading like this yet, but I have been feeling called to do this, so here we are. With the empty room here, this is kind of where dripping in excess is standing out to me. Like there's this feeling you're here, and the distracting part about being human is there is this constant desire to fill this room. And this room, this is potential, this is endless possibility. It's not possible to fill the room, but there's something about our ego, our experience here as a human, that wants to do everything that it can to fill that room. And that is a trap. There's nothing wrong with possessions or luxury or, you know, having money, buying things. That's not what I'm saying at all. There's just this room that you are experiencing here in this life feels like it is to distract you from, there's even stars here on this too. Stars here on the walls. To distract you from entering the throne room. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. Which deck do you want to use here? Okay. I'm gonna use the Untamed Tarot here. So Spirit, talk to me about this galactic royalty here. Who is this person? Who even is this person? What do we need to know about this situation? I feel like I just got really cold. Like, there's this feeling of being abandoned. I'm drawn back to when I was a kid. There were a lot of feelings. I used to ask my parents, like, why arms? Why legs? Maybe you've had a similar experience being here where it's just like being a human just really doesn't make sense. I feel like if this is you, if you're relating to that kind of experience, it's a good tip-off that, well, you're not from here. There's a reason that you're here, but where you belong, this galactic throne, has nothing to do with being human here. Borrowed time comes through. What does that mean? The Lovers here at the bottom. I do kind of get, so there's this snake and apple here that are on the card, very like Adam and Eve sort of situation, the fall from Eden. I feel like there's something coming through about like this experience. You're here to provide a level playing field in your rule. Interesting. Like, it's important for you to know what it feels like to be human, or what it means to be human, in order for you to take this seat on the throne. Interesting. Okay. So let's start here. See what's coming out. So it's a general overarching energy. We have Ace of Pentacles. I do feel like, okay, I feel like this is, whatever it is that's going on for you as a soul, wherever you're from here, this is an opportunity. Like, it isn't something that you had to take, being human here. As we do come down here, though, there is the whole process of forgetfulness, the veil of forgetting. We don't always learn or remember. Not all of us remember, maybe where we did come from or what it is that we're doing here. I feel like this was given to you guys as a chance to become the star. I feel like there's a large group of energy that are rooting for you. Can you tell me a little bit more about that, please? Why Ace of Pentacles? Yeah, Page of Swords. Like, you're being watched. You're in your very own Truman Show. Interesting. Why are they being watched? Justice comes through here, and Temperance. Getting some interesting chills here, you guys. What's coming through? Yeah, that is interesting. That's like a deep energy. kind of back to Pan's Labyrinth, like that situation where she's taking this throne. It was very kind of even outside light and dark. It was more this realm of like nature, just kind of what the heart talks about here too. It feels like you have been thrust into this experience as a human to see what it means to balance the forces of light and dark. Because where you come from is outside of that. What the hell? What I'm getting with justice here, like you are this individual that's holding the scales. You're holding the sword, the truth, the ability to cut through lies and truth. But you're also holding the balance here of light and dark. What does that mean, Spirit? What the hell does that mean? Stepping outside of the powers of light and dark. Temperance here. There's the quality of, because they're pouring from the water cup into the fire cup, and they're making a new element via alchemy, taking one thing and turning it into another. Currency? What I'm feeling is like, it's interesting. So with the Ace of Pentacles too, it's like this big coin, like money, currency. Like what you're doing here is accruing a form of currency. Almost like this is a video game. This is your own Truman Show. But there is something, somebody, some things that are watching this. Okay, let's keep moving forward here. So, in the energy that that is blocked in this situation, it's kind of outside of your reach, you have Page of Cups. What's really standing out in this card to me is this is like brains. They're like brains that are sitting in the cup. I feel like I was saying earlier, there's a portion of who or what you truly are that had to be left behind coming into this situation as a human. That's an interesting view too. What's really standing out here are the fish eye and then that other eye here. So there's like two separate eyes. Almost looks like it could be a part of the same entity. There's something about having access to your perception, who you are, who even are you, has been taken from you, but you've been given two different pieces of sight, and you're being asked to use those two different perspectives to create a whole image. Can you tell me more about that, please, Spirit? Why the Page of Cups? The Fool. There is something about, so this is a new journey, and having faith, taking a leap of faith. I feel like, and I mean, that makes sense. Coming down here, being human, there's a portion of your experience that had to be removed because otherwise it would be impossible for you to really believe that this life or this situation is what it is. There's something about a companion too. Like you weren't left in this situation alone, but you feel alone. Can you tell me more about the Fool, please? Knight of Pentacles. You're here to expand, to unlock what? What I'm feeling is that, did I write that down too? There's something about the key to the throne room. Okay, yes. The Knight of Pentacles here is about, really it's non-movement. I'd written down the key to the throne room is to be with the stillness, is what came through. So there's something about your experience here of getting comfortable with the feeling of non-motion or of nothing. Ooh, that kind of gives me anxiety. There was this feeling I would experience when I was a kid, especially, that was very much like the void, the abyss, very much that empty room. Tapping into the feeling of nothingness can feel both too big and too small at the same time. And there's something about mastering this experience that allows you guys to open this throne room. Move forward. Okay. So energy that you guys are here to express. You have the Empress. I do feel like with that peacock coming through, I do get the feeling of like a false colors. Like painting something to look better, something that is not pleasing to you, to make it look better. But there's something about, and there's stars there on that too, on those little flowers. There's something about the true beauty that you came here with. Tell me more about that, please, Spirit. Why the Empress here? Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this is your destiny. Legacy destiny. What is that? That line from The Little Prince. Something about like what is important cannot be seen with the eyes. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. We had the heart here too. There's something about this experience, like connecting with a group like that, this expression of the heart, taking that seat. You may be trying to, interesting, you may be trying to connect with people in a way that is not real. Like peacocking is kind of what comes to mind. I'm getting this feeling of like a feeling of insecurity. Yeah, Five of Pentacles here at the bottom. Of feeling abandoned out in the cold. Like I said earlier, you know, maybe you feel like you were dropped off here. I know I feel that way a lot. You may be trying to connect with people in superficial ways. But there's a request here to like truly find out what it means to connect through the heart, because this is your throne. Whew. This is where that galactic throne resides. Can you tell me more about the Ten of Pentacles, please? The Tower. I've got to break free. I'm getting this feeling that like you came here to free yourself. Interesting. It's like I said, this was an offer. It's not, it isn't something that you had to take, this path. But by imprisoning yourself in this sweaty meat sack full of farts, you are actually unleashing something. You're actually freeing something. What is it that they're freeing, please, Spirit? What is the importance of the Tower? Three of Swords. Ooh, my goodness, you guys. Ooh. So Three of Swords is loss, heartbreak. The thing with the Three of Swords is like, you know, it is our charge to take these swords out of our heart to heal. There's something about you coming here that is back to the heart. Again, healing the heart. When we heal our heart, we are healing the divine heart. We are healing the galactic heart. There's something very, very crucial about the role that you're playing here. King of Wands here at the bottom too. Royalty, you guys. What do they need to do about this? Nine of Cups. Interesting. There's something about, this is in the Sustainer too, like finding joy, because they're kind of building something with their hands here. I feel like you have a really incredible power to create. Maybe you've forgotten, or maybe you haven't remembered yet. I'm drawn back to this empty room too. Okay. Like you can fill this room with whatever you want. You can create anything here. You have the power. But there's this drive to like fill it with earthly possessions. And there's something about this process that's tripping you up. Like I said, it is not an issue to have earthly possessions, but there's something about that being a driving force or driving mission here that is your dummy room, is distracting you from 2112 on the timer, is distracting you from being able to truly manifest whatever you want from the abyss. You command the dark and you command the light. Who the hell? What the hell are you? What the hell? What? Who is this person, Spirit? The Four of Swords. Again, there's that heart. What I'm getting, you are the healer of hearts. The holy healer? What does that mean? The King of Wands again. Oh my gosh, you guys. You're destined to lead here. To lead through the heart. With the touch of your hands, all becomes whole. What does that mean? What do you want me to say about that? What I'm seeing is like a container of some sort, even around your own heart. There's something about even touching your own heart. What about your experience touches your own heart here? Three of Wands. I'm getting this feeling of like, there's the wheel here too. Your destiny. Like you're searching for these powers outside of you. Standing here on the beach, what I'm getting is like what you're not realizing is like this isn't the way it works here in this world, but the waves are coming to you because you are magnetizing them. You're looking for this power outside of yourself. And what you don't see is like the powerhouse that you actually are. To strip the illusion. Okay. Let's talk about where this is leading. What are you doing here? Five of Wands. I am very much getting this feeling of like leveling up. This is something that, like I said, you chose to do. It was a bonus level, to be human. One of the harder bonus levels of all. I feel like you've even done this many times. Like, I mean, you know, reincarnation, soul growth, all of that. But there's something about like doing this exact same life so many times. Like you're trying to get it perfect. And you're getting there. Page of Pentacles here at the bottom. Continuing to improve on something that already exists. How do you take perfection and make it better? By sharing it. Interesting. Okay, what are they doing here? What do they need to know about what they're doing here? Why this message, Spirit? Nine of Swords. Okay. And the Star. We were talking about the Star. What I'm feeling, you guys, is like you are here to help wake us up from this nightmare. Nine of Swords is about anxiety, fear, nightmare. The bringer of day. There's something about your experience here, your presence here, what you choose to do, that is helping wake people up. How do they do this? Two of Cups. Through connection. Through touch, like I said. Making others whole through touch. Interesting. Okay. I feel like I want one more here. What else do they need to know about this, Spirit? Why did you have me do this reading? The Seven of Pentacles and the Hierophant here at the bottom. I feel like this is just a reminder, you guys, if you came across this, this is just a reminder to you that you are here to hone your skills. There's a request of patience. That was a part of the empty room here too. We can get impatient to fill this room, which impedes our ability to manifest, to create, to tap into whoever you are, this divine royal lineage. I'm going to pull an oracle card here from the Blue Angel Oracle to close this out. I just feel like, you guys, this is encouragement to help remind you who you are and what you're doing here. You're playing a crucial role in balancing the forces that are. I feel like this is it's even beyond light and dark. All right, two of them came out here. Healing at the bottom. You have Archangel Michael and then Peace Angel. So Archangel Michael here in this deck, when this card comes through, it is just a reminder to remember who you are and where you came from. Archangel Michael, if you believe in the angels, believe in the archangels, this is reminding you of who you are. It's interesting, just the term of like galactic royalty. It seems to be outside of the angels, gods, goddesses. Like, I don't know who you are. I'm not sure where it is that you come from. I'm getting this experience outside of an experience, and I don't know what that means. Like the egg theory is kind of coming to mind. How we're all here, like, growing into a divine entity. Interesting. I'm going to read the Peace Angel here from the book. Acceptance. You will find peace when you learn to love and accept yourself as you are. How you see yourself usually determines how others see and react to you. What you see in the world around you is your own reflection. Surrender your negative thoughts. Your fear, hurt, and anger can be healed through love. Holding on to these emotions serves only to keep you stuck in a cycle of pain and suffering. Accept and love yourself as you are without condition. Count your blessings and not your faults. Let your beautiful heart be filled with light. When you let go of your desire to change things, a beautiful transformation occurs. Just be love. If we focus on the eternal, we will remain unaffected by the changing experiences of life. Which is, I feel, the message here of where you come from. You come from the eternal, and you're being reminded here to not let the minutia of this brief moment interrupt that experience. You may yourself be stuck in feeling this nightmare. Probably. It does feel like a nightmare right now. But I feel like you're here to help wake others up from the nightmare. In order to do so, you must see through the illusion first. 30:03 on the timer. I'm going to pull an Animal Spirit Oracle card as well, and then we'll close this out. Sea Serpent. I do feel like you're in this process of coming full circle. I'm being called to read this in the book too. This is the heart. I feel like this is, oh, this is sacral chakra. That's why. Yeah, you're being drawn, you're being led back to the great creation. There's something about the role that you're playing here in this creation. We need you to open your eyes. Okay, last piece of advice, last piece of advice. Divine counterpart, a divine connection sent to you from your angels. I kind of, immediately what I get is like a lifeline. Somebody coming through to remind you of this experience here. Maybe this is this reading here for you. If not, pay attention. Embrace, find peace with your current state of being. I'm just getting this, like there's a reminder that you're here, okay? You didn't have to be originally, but you did choose to be, and you can't leave the stage in the middle of a song, right? Thanks, Rascal Flats. There is something about surrendering into your own vibration, letting everything else fall away. One, two, three. What does that mean? Here in the next few months, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, there's something about moving into like the sun and over here in the northern hemisphere anyway, moving into summer, about you blooming with the sun. Okay. All right, I'm going to close this out, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope that this was helpful in some way. Remember who you are. Okay. Be well. I'll see you all very soon. Take care.